Total Smith here. Make sure y'all subscribe to my boy Downtown Deuce ASAP. Come on, man.
Jalen Duren, man. Jalen Duren. Okay, guys. 30 points. 11 rebounds. Another double-double. A strong, healthy double-double, right? He had 3 steals in this game and only 1 turnover. And he shot 80% almost, guys. He shot 78% on 11 for 14 overall. And here's the biggest thing, at least offensively. Once again, 8 for 8 from the free throw line. This man is shooting about 85% on the season, guys. On the season. And the only reason it's not higher is because last game, he had a down game. He went 2 for 4. But so many times last year, guys, I saw him going 2 for 6, 3 for 8 from the line. Like I mentioned in previous shows. The first 10 games of the year last year, guys, he shot 58% from the free throw line. That is not the case anymore at all because he is just a different player mentally. Mentally. It's never been about the physical JD. He's got the physical tools. He is baby Dwight Howard. I don't even want to say baby because he's a monster. He cannot be stopped in that painted area. When he commits to it, he cannot be stopped. Not a lot of players in the league have his combination of strength and athleticism. Because he's got a quick first step for a big guy too. But when he decides to get in that paint and own it, guys can't stop him. They just can't stop him, man. And I said this, guys, a few weeks ago, right when the season started, and I am going to continue to say it. Jalen Duren will be an all-star this year. This year. This year. Last game he had 22 and 22. Deuces across the board. Tonight, 30 and 11. And I think a few games before that, he had a career high 33 points. So he is consistently now, guys, just dominating. Dominating. Guys, only 2 players this year have had a 2020 game. Giannis and Jalen Duren. That is the list. That's it. The Pistons are plus 13.5 when JD is on the court and a -6 when he is off the court. Right? So many times last year we say when JD would get in foul trouble and we would be hoping like, all right, come on, Stu, let's get Stu in the game. Like we couldn't wait for Stu to come in because we knew Stu was going to bring that defensive presence more so than JD. Not anymore. Especially when they play together because they make it easier for each other just by being on the court together. JD is not having to battle against 2 bigs. And that's no disrespect to Tobias, Uncle T. It's just you can't teach size. You can't teach that size. And Stu has the size to be able to battle along with JD. When JD is going help side for a block, guess who's helping him? Boxing out the guy that's trying to get the putback, Isaiah Stewart. So it just makes the game so much easier for JD when he has another guy who is committed to playing defense at that level and can play defense at that level because of the physical gifts that Stu has as far as the strength and physicality. Right? So JD's played amazing, man. He is playing amazing. He's playing by far the best basketball in the NBA in his life. Ever. This is a whole, and that's why I thought JD would be an all-star this year, is because of what I saw from him the second half of last year. He just committed to it. He committed to being a defensive presence first, and everything else coming after that. Right? Last year, early in the season, he wanted to be an offensive guy, and it seemed like he was taking plays off defensively, and he wanted to get the ball in the post offensively. That's not how we're going to win. You play defense, you're going to get as many buckets as you want on that end, and it's not going to be in the half court. See, that's the difference. And guys, there were actual people in Pistons Nation. Y'all know who y'all are. I'm calling y'all out. I think it was only a few of y'all. Maybe not even here in the chat, but just in Pistons Twitter, Pistons, whatever, that were saying they wanted Nick Claxton instead of Jalen Duren. They were saying, let's trade for Nick Claxton. He's a better player. Let's go and get him. It's quiet now. It's quiet now. Tonight, Nick Claxton finished, guys, with 17 points and 8 boards in 31 minutes. JD finished with 30 points and 11 boards in 30 minutes. It's not even close. It's not even close, man. Not at all. And Jalen Duren is finally showing and being the player that this team needs him to be. And he's still 21 years old, guys. He's 21. What's 9 plus 10? 21? He's 21. It's crazy. Where's he going to be at 25? If he keeps committing to being the best player he can be, where is he going to be at 25, guys? Where's he going to be at 23? It's scary. It's scary hours for the league, man. He has been a revelation for this team. From this point of the season last year to this point of the season this year, completely different player, night and day. And he continues now to get it done on both ends of the court, all over the glass, protected the paint, even showed that midi game off. This is the second or third time game now where he showed the midi off. Last game, he had a nice spin move, and he went to the midi. This game, he went to the midi, and it looked good, man. It looked effortless. Like a player I always talked about that I want to see him kind of mirror as far as developing that midi is Jermaine O'Neal. Jermaine O'Neal, guys, was automatic in that mid-range. I watched him over and over again against the Pistons in 2004 in that Eastern Conference Finals series, knock down the midi over and over and over and over again. And it was just unstoppable. Even with guys like Ben Wallace defending him, who's one of the best defenders ever. But he's got such a high release, and he was just incredible. And I wanted to see JD kind of become that guy. Like, don't do too much if it's there, just take it, right? We know he's great with the lob. But if they pack the paint, short roll, right? Set the screen, short roll. 15 footer from the free throw line. Boom, knock it down. That's going to be the next step for him because the lob is not always going to be there. So when it's not, you can go to that short roll midi, and then when that gets consistent and they start to play defense on you, they're probably going to sag off and make him prove it first. They want to give up the midi instead of the lob right now. But once you start getting consistent with that midi, now they got to come in. Now what you got? Asar Thompson cutting baseline wide open. And he's shown already, JD, the ability to make that pass without the midi. So once he gets that, it's going to open up the offense so much more. Baby steps though, right? Baby steps. We've seen it a little bit here and there. But when he gets consistent with that, man, watch out. Watch out, man. JD is going to be an all-star this year if he keeps this up. I've been saying it. I'm going to continue to say it because he deserves it, man. He's playing his tail off. And his chemistry, guys, last thing, with Cade is getting better and better and better. And not even just in the lob, right? Not even just in the half court, but also in transition. You saw JD a little bit bringing the ball up, giving it to Cade, getting it right back in the lob. Like they're confusing defenses now because they're doing a lot of the same things they do in the half court in transition, and it's working. So you can just see these guys, the offseason work has paid off. We say it all the time. JD has said, I think he said it in media day, that every year for the last 3-4 years, he has been going to wherever Cade Cunningham is and getting in at least 2 weeks of work with him. Right? Whether he's in LA, whether he is in Arlington, whether he's here. JD is, hey, K, where you at, bro? I beat it in a couple days. Like, he is going to where he's at, and they're getting in those reps, and they're developing that chemistry, and you're seeing it manifest itself now, year over year over year. And now we have a coach who knows how to put them in position to be successful, and we're seeing the results of it. So JD played an amazing game. He's going to be an all-star, guys. I'm telling you. He's going to be an all-star. If this keeps up, if I'm wrong, y'all can call me out. But I've been saying this since jump. Y'all know I've been saying this since jump. So we'll see. Okay, so Mike says, congrats on correct prediction on JD. I appreciate it, bro. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. I've been saying it. I appreciate you saying that because I know early on you was kind of like, I don't know. But I just knew it was up here for him. The gifts, he had them. It was clear to me. It was clear. He was just too good. So it's good to see him now committing to it. Heisenberg said, told you. JD can make a living. You know what, Heisenberg, you said that, bro. You were saying you want to see them go to him in the post more, but I don't think he needs to go to the post. I think maybe as a third or fourth option, if nothing is working off the initial set, and okay, let him get the ball in the paint, let him do something. But I don't think they need to run plays for him yet. Not yet. We got too many other things going right now offensively, and with the way Cade's playing. Let Cade figure out what's the best play, right? And if he decides that's what it is on that possession, cool. But I like where JD is right now. Just slowly adding to his game. Like all these guys are. We've seen Asar slowly getting better. Turnovers are down for Asar. Playmaking is getting better. Decision making is getting better. We see what Cade's growth is. MVP level player. And now JD the same thing, right? We saw with Jaden last year. He was getting better before he got hurt, right? So even Stu, all these guys are slowly getting better. I don't want to put too much on their plate right now. Just let them keep building slowly, and then we'll eventually see these guys start to peak at the same time, and that's when it's going to get scary. That's when we're going to be unstoppable. So Tara says he will get 30 million. Yeah, if he keeps this up, he may get more than that. Like, honestly, guys, I wanted them to sign him to the extension before the season started, because because think about it. If I'm saying he's going to be an all-star, it's because I think he's going to elevate his play. So I'm like, get him now. Get him now before he starts to, because you already know, guys, this offseason, if he keeps this up, there are going to be suitors out there looking to add him to this roster. And that price tag for them is probably going to be high. They're probably going to add him for a lot of money. So I felt they could kind of get him locked in now, kind of see the forest for the trees, get it early, and then have a valuable contract while still paying him what he deserves. But now it may be a little bit harder. So we'll see. I don't want to speak, because Trajan knows way more than I do. I'm not even going to go there, right? But I was just hoping they would get him locked in early. So that way we wouldn't have to deal with this offseason with this contract and having to out big guys and match this contract because he's a restricted free agent and all these different things. So we'll see. We'll see. But he definitely destroyed his matchup tonight for sure. Nick Claxton is not in his class. He is not in his class. And you said, yeah, I appreciate you calling yourself out, bro. I appreciate that. Everybody doesn't do that. So I appreciate that. Emperor says that jumper. He is going to be in Detroit dominating other teams. I hope so. Hope they get him locked in. Contract Duren is nice. It's not even contract Duren because he was doing this last year. If he looked like he did the beginning of last year when he was like by his words playing soft, and then the whole year he was like that, and then all of a sudden this year in the contract year we see this. Now I'm like, hey bro, what's going on? This only because you're in the contract year, but because he showed it the second half of the year, right after the NBA Cup play when they started all beginning to elevate their play, right before Jaden Ivey went down, when he was still a part of that success, when he was still the second best player on his team, helping us win those games, game winners and all that stuff, right? That was when JD really started to take off. Not this year. So he has gotten better from last year to this year, but you saw last year that trajectory was already on its way. And with the offseason work that he had with Cade and the commitment to it, it's just continuing on from the end of last year, from the second half of last year. So I can't even say contract Duren because he was showing it before that, right? So I ain't gonna do him like that. Let's check a few more guys and we'll get back to it. Heisenberg says he had a nice, yes, 18-footer was nice. That looked good for sure. JD should train with McDyess. I like that. That's another one. I said Jermaine O'Neal. I like McDyess too. Pick and roll, short roll, pop. Pick and pop was great for McDyess. That was automatic. So I like that as well. Mario No says Deuce Duren looks like a bigger C-Web. The handle passes and that nice, yeah, man. If he becomes like C-Web, watch out, because I think C-Web was more of a natural. C-Web was a gifted offensive player, man. That dude was something else. The way he could handle the ball like a guard. Remember that on the break, who was it against? I think Charles Barkley had him on the break. Charles Barkley tried to block the shot. C-Web said, oh, for real? Mouse in the house, went behind his back and dunked it all over Charles Barkley. Like, he was different, bro. C-Web was different, man. In Golden State and Sacramento, he was something different. But I think JD, I was talking to a few guys in the chat about, or Twitter about this. I was talking to Sean Murphy and Keith Trudeau. Shout out to y'all. But they were saying they see more like Dwight Howard, Amari Stoudemire. I think he's more of a combination of those two guys, right? Because Dwight Howard, I think he's built more like Dwight Howard. He's not the defender yet that Dwight, because Dwight was a DPOY multiple times. He's one of the best defenders ever, right? JD ain't quite there yet. You got a ways to go to get there, but he's built more like him. Amari Stoudemire was more quick of foot. He was more so like a C-Web with more athleticism. He had good lateral movement. He would get up so fast and throw it down, right? He may not have had the hang time that a Dwight Howard had, but he would get up so quickly and throw it down so quickly. He was a little bit more mobile. So I think he's more of a combination of those two guys at his peak, of a Dwight Howard and an Amari Stoudemire. That's what I see with JD long term, right? So we'll see. We'll see how that looks going forward. But either way, JD is doing his thing, man. And that 21 is ridiculous.
All the dirty work, all dog. I'ma dive on the floor, go try to block every shot, and I'ma be physical with you the whole game. You know Stu gonna be physical with you. When you think of the Pistons, you think it's just hard work and just gritty basketball. That's just the identity you gotta have when you put on that jersey.
I'm not your average breed of canine. Not a good dog, I'm bad boy for life. I set the tone, don't care about no tick. Let it be known, I get my respect. Come in the lane and see I don't bluff. If you retaliate, that's on ya. Talking pundits, I hear your shade. Talking that shop, you must run this way. Tryna tell ya, put the dog palm, mess around, find out, yeah. Tryna tell ya, put the dog palm, mess around, find out, yeah. Put some barbecue sauce for you, better crop a hill, cause I'm like that. in the rain for some barbecue sauce. Boys, it's like a cup of hell, cause I'm like that.